New updates have just dropped in Lil Durk's case, and things are getting interesting. In a move that seems to take a page out of the YSL trial playbook, Durk's producer stepped up to clear up a big question about the lyrics in the song Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy. According to the producer, Durk actually recorded these lyrics 7 months before the incident even happened. Court documents were released showing the original project file date, January 25, 2022, proving the track was made way earlier than some people thought. Now, why does this matter? Well, the lyrics in the song have raised a lot of eyebrows. There's a line that sounds like Durk is mocking Quando Rondo about the tragic loss of Lil Pad, with Durk rapping, "Look on the news and see your son, you're screaming no no." Fans were quick to point out that it felt like he was poking fun at Quando Rondo's grief, and it sparked some heated reactions. But there's more. Another line in the song, "They got an 8, they got the location, go," is being linked to a claim that Brick Baby leaked Quando Rondo's location. Brick Baby, however, has responded, saying that he would have shared the location if Durk had asked him to, but he denies giving it out himself. Why is that then? "People like you lining up someone from your hood," Brick Baby said, adding, "Listen, I didn't do it. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with helping out a friend?" It's a messy situation, with a lot of players involved. What do you think? Is Durk's music being taken out of context, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Stay tuned because things are only heating up from here. Things just took a crazy turn in Lil Durk's case, and the drama is heating up. Brick Baby recently spoke out saying, "That's my boy. He lost his boy. If Durk asked me, I would have helped him out." He added, "Could I have leaked the info? Sure, if he called me right now, I'd do it. If anyone asked, I would have helped. But if this is even true, it could be one of the biggest coincidences ever." But hold up, it gets even crazier. A court update just revealed that the feds believe Lil Durk might have paid to have 2 people taken out. The first was Stefan Mack, who is connected to the tragic death of Durk's brother, D-Thang. The second person was OTF Jam's baby mom, who passed away after Durk discovered she wore a wire around him. The feds are now saying that OTF Jam could be the key to locking Durk up for all 3 of these crimes. And here's the real twist. Fans noticed something wild. During an Instagram live video, OTF Jam was seen wearing a wire. This has sparked even more suspicion, with fans believing he's been helping the feds. In the live, Jam said something that got everyone talking. "I ain't gonna lie, man. What happened to D-Thang? All that stuff you're hearing now, it's all got your name in it." Now, people are wondering if the feds have everything they need to bring Durk down. The plot just keeps thickening, and fans are left waiting to see what happens next in this wild case. Stay tuned, because it's far from over. The situation around Lil Durk just keeps getting crazier, and new details keep coming out that have people talking. DJ Akademiks recently broke down a timeline of Durk's alleged involvement in some serious stuff, and it's a lot to take in. It starts in 2020 with the tragic loss of King Von, followed by Durk's brother D-Thang being killed in 2021. Then, in 2022, it's believed Durk took revenge for both of those losses. And by 2023, he drops an album called I'm Almost Healed, which sounds like he's reflecting on everything he's been through. Think about it. 2020, Von's death. 2021, D-Thang's death. 2022, revenge for both. And in 2023, Durk says he's almost healed. It almost feels like a movie, right? Akademiks pointed out that after Durk supposedly got revenge for his brothers, he seemed to feel a bit better, though it's clear his healing process is tied to a lot of dark stuff. But things are getting even more intense. A court document that was just unsealed shows Durk might have been behind Stefan Mack's death. Mack was reportedly targeted in revenge for D-Thang's murder, and this happened on January 27, 2022. While Durk hasn't officially been charged, his name has come up in the paperwork connected to the crime. To make things even more suspicious, Durk posted an Instagram message after Mack passed, where he seemed to hint it was for D-Thang. And it gets even more unsettling. Fans noticed a disturbing IG Live video where Durk is laughing, and people are questioning if he was laughing about the situation. It's raising a lot of eyebrows and leaving fans wondering how deep Durk is really involved in all of this. It's like the case keeps unfolding and it's only getting darker. Stay tuned, this story is far from over. Things are heating up around Lil Durk, and the drama just keeps getting crazier. There's been a lot of talk lately, and some of it has people on edge. One video recently had people talking when someone mentioned "slide for Khan," and the response was intense. "Who's that?" Followed by, "Bro, you sound like a cheeseburger. Ain't nothing cheesy here. This is real water, real jewelry." It seems like people are really stepping up when it comes to showing off what they've got, especially their bling. Some even said if you want a shout out for your jewelry, it better be the real deal, because people can tell the difference between fake and real fast. Now, things get even more suspicious when you think about a live video that's rumored to have happened around the time Stefan Mack passed away. Here's where it gets even more serious. The feds are paying close attention to Durk. Why? Because of something rapper Brick Baby said. He made a comment that got people thinking. He said, "You can't say Durk never slid for King Von anymore because they got Lil Pab." That one statement seems like it might have tipped off the feds to investigate Durk more closely. But wait, there's more. 5 Chicago gang members with ties to Durk's OTF crew are now accused of being hired to take out Quando Rondo during that LA incident, which led to Lil Pab losing his life. If these suspects are convicted, they could face some serious penalties. And to make matters worse, the indictment revealed their flights and rental cars, showing they were involved in the crime. It looks like the feds are really looking into Durk's role in all of this, and things are only getting more intense. The investigation isn't over yet, and more details are bound to surface, keeping everyone on edge to see what happens next. The situation with Lil Durk just keeps getting more intense, and the feds are digging deep into every angle. One of the most shocking things they found was that some of the people involved in Lil Pab's death were paid with credit cards connected to OTF, Durk's crew. But there's still a lot of confusion about what really happened. Was this an attempted hit, or was it something else entirely? People are saying things like, "You can't say that anymore." But when asked, "Who died?" "You can't talk like that." It just adds more mystery to the situation. The big question on everyone's mind is whether Durk and his team are seeking revenge for King Von's death. The feds found that Von had actually been shopping with 2 of the suspects linked to Lil Pab's death. And it makes you wonder if Durk's team is getting back at those they believe were involved in Von's death. After all, Von's passing and the connection to Quando Rondo's crew is what sparked a lot of this tension. But the plot thickens even more. Durk's lawyers came out and dropped a bombshell. Durk is being targeted by inmates for things like commissary money and phone time. Apparently, Durk's high-profile status has made him a target in prison. Because he's so famous, inmates are trying to get access to his money and resources. To make matters worse, Durk had to be transferred to another prison, all because he was becoming too much of a target. This whole situation just keeps spiraling. And it's clear there's a lot more to the story than we've seen so far. What's next for Durk? Only time will tell, but this case is far from over. Quando Rondo and Lil Tim recently reacted to Lil Durk's arrest, and their words really make you think about the whole situation. Lil Tim especially seemed to regret everything, saying he feels like he threw his life away over a beef that he and Quando Rondo had actually wanted to end. He explained that when the whole thing started, he was just trying to protect his little brother. But when he finally learned that King Von was the one behind the earlier events, it hit him hard. He said, "I was like, damn, if I hadn't done that stupid stuff last night, bro would still be alive." It was clear that Tim deeply regretted his actions. Even though he was involved, he made it clear that he wasn't trying to disrespect King Von or his family. He said, "I ain't on that clout-chasing stuff. I'm a humble person." Quando Rondo also shared his thoughts, especially on how Lil Durk has now put his own life and family at risk over all this drama. He reminded everyone that Durk, just like him, has people who care about him. He has kids and a mom who love him. Rondo pointed out that all this fighting and back and forth is just stupid and unnecessary. "All this stuff we're talking about is stupid," he said, showing that he's tired of the beef and sees how it's all just causing pain for everyone involved. When you listen to what Tim and Rondo are saying, it's clear that they're both feeling the weight of everything that's happened. They regret their choices, understand the damage it's done to their families, and seem to wish things had turned out differently. It's a powerful reminder of how things can spiral out of control, and how important it is to think about the bigger picture before making decisions that can affect so many lives. Lil Tim and Quando Rondo recently shared their reactions to Lil Durk's arrest, and it really opens up a whole new side of the story. Lil Tim admitted that he feels like he ruined his life, all over a beef that, deep down, he and Quando Rondo actually wanted to end. Tim explained that at the time, he was just trying to protect his little brother. But when he finally found out it was King Von who started everything, it hit him hard. He said, "Damn, if I hadn't done that stupid stuff, bro would still be here." You could tell he deeply regretted the things he did. But Tim made it clear, he's not about disrespecting King Von or his family. "I ain't on that clout-chasing stuff. I'm a humble person," he said. Quando Rondo shared similar feelings, especially about how Durk has now risked everything for his family over this never-ending drama. Rondo pointed out that Durk, like him, has people who love him, kids, a mom, people who care deeply. He said, "All this talking we're doing is just stupid," showing that, deep down, he feels the whole situation is pointless and should have never escalated this far. In the call, Durk sounded calm and assured his friend that everything's good. He told him, "It don't matter, bro. We ain't never moved off money. Once we made that choice, everything else was just history." But DJ Academics had his own take on it. He said that having that phone call out there might not have been the best move for Durk's image, but it was important for him to show loyalty to OTF Phony. Academics gets it. Durk was just trying to support his people, but he still thinks it wasn't the smartest thing to do, considering how it could affect his reputation. At the end of the day, Lil Durk's keeping his head up and staying focused on what matters most, his family. He's sticking to the code, even if the situation's complicated, and that's the message he's sending out to the world. Look, if Durk wants to talk to the public, just let him. Keep it simple. Yo, Durk, we're giving you the mic. Let him say what he needs to say, then end it. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't turn it into a back and forth. Why? Because anything Durk does is going to blow up anyway. Adding extra commentary, like saying we're not about money or trying to justify stuff, just doesn't sound right. It's better to let Durk control how he wants to speak to the world. Now, here's the good news. A lawyer who knows his stuff thinks Durk can actually beat this case. He said, "I wouldn't call this an open and shut case against Durk Banks. They've got a lot to prove before they can pin conspiracy charges on him." For example, there's supposedly one text where Durk says, "Don't link my name to any flights these guys are taking." Okay, that's not the best thing to have on record, but by itself, it's not a big deal. It's just one text, and it can be interpreted in 100 different ways. The real question is, what else do they have? Do they have someone ready to snitch? Do they have recordings of Durk saying something that could hurt him? Without that, it's all just circumstantial. That text could even mean Durk was trying to stay away from shady stuff. The lawyer also explained that this case depends a lot on the prosecution's game plan. If nobody flips on Durk, he could walk. Here's how it works. Prosecutors usually go after the smallest fish first. They'll find someone who didn't play a big role, someone easy to pressure, and offer them a sweet deal to testify. If that person doesn't take the deal, they'll move on to the next one. It's all about how badly the prosecutors want to take Durk down.